Here to play a game. Yeah, I'm here to play a game. And you know who's my quarterback. You know who's my decision as of who I'm going to start. Paxton Lynch was my pick on drafting him in the first round. I tweeted that a million times to John Elway. Take a look at this guy. I even showed a video of Paxton Lynch. Look at this guy's arm. Look at this guy's ability. Good thing is that you need a quarterback that has that ability, because with the mental can always catch up to the talent. As long as you're grooming the brain right for his talent to grow. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have to teach. Now, so far, Paxton's been doing really good. Whatever he's doing outside of the building with his quarterback coach out there in Florida, I think he's at. For some reason, he's working for me. You know, he's doing a really good job in coming back. And in the system for a second year, he's looking really good. I can really see Paxton Lynch made his jump points. So this right here, simulation Paxton Lynch, I hope that you watch this. I hope that you appreciate this. The plays that I do pick, and if you did ever watch me, plays that I do pick are tailored to what you do. I'm a firm believer on the way you play, because the way you play is very similar to my childhood hero, John Elway, which has never been no secret. Everybody who knows me, John Elway was who made me love the Broncos and love Denver. Maybe someday I might move out there to Colorado just because you Broncos, and that's how much orange I have in these veins here in Philly. But besides the way, and besides the point, we're going to go into your first two preseason games with the Bears and the 49ers, which I believe are like the same, that has the same backfield, defensive backfield. Okay. They have Prince and Cooper, both good quarterbacks, but they tend to get lazy. These are lazy quarterbacks. They start off really good, but they tend to get lazy after a couple runs. After a couple sessions, they tend to get lazy. Sometimes their defensive coordinator might match them up in more of a zone than man-to-man. Now, Fox likes man-to-man, but he tends to go cover two a lot, with them. But with Pat, you're going to be facing something a little different, because you're going to be playing the second string. So that means that John Fox, he's going to want to see his second stringers play a little bit big. So he might go with a little bit of man and mix it up with a little bit of cover two that Fox likes to run. The point is just showing the backfield of Chicago. And it's very similar with the 49ers. 49ers, same thing. Now with them, it's very similar. Now these stats might say different, but they're pretty much like the same with Chicago. Very pretty much the same like Chicago. Thing with these guys is that they don't trust too much their eyes with 49ers. This is what I'm talking about. 49ers. With them, these young guys, they're still a little wet behind the ears, and they still don't really trust their eyes just yet. Has speed, they have, you know, they may have a little bit more of the durability than what Chicago starting cornerbacks have. Because the starting quarterbacks for Chicago, they're a little lazy. Princeton, he gets a little lazy. Cooper, he gets a little lazy. Safeties do cover the bulk on top, but they get beat because they're not fast. But with the 49ers, Paxton, when you going to start off with these young guys coming in, you know, these guys are very much wet behind the ears. They're going to be just as much depending on the safeties as well, like Chicago quarterbacks does. Very much. They're not. These quarterbacks is nothing like the no-fly zone as Chris Harris Jr. and Khalid Talib, who can those two guys can single-handedly molest those receivers. They don't really need the safety help too much. But these cornerbacks that you'll be facing, they need safety help. So with them, it's very easy reads with these cornerbacks. But I'm going to play with Chicago, Pat, because the backfield of Chicago is like the same difference with 49ers, and 49ers still got to learn how to click together. So 49ers might drop off a little bit on that. But with talent-wise, they're basically the same backfield as Chicago. So we're going to go with Chicago here. And to the Broncos organization, hopefully you make the good decision and go with the best decision, because the thing about it is you want to be confident in what you do when you draft. If you have to show confidence in what you draft, regardless of whatever, you know. As management, you have to show confidence in that, and which you should have much confidence on what you draft. Now, Bulls, I tweeted earlier a lot. Bulls wasn't on my draft pick, but I'm satisfied with it because you know, he may turn out to be all right, but he wasn't my pick on that offensive line. But he might turn out to be good. Paxton Lynch, you was my pick when you came out. You know, haven't seen an arm like that in a while to throw that ball in the wind like that and wisping in the air like that for a receiver to catch. So, but
hello everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this.
We'll skip forward that, and we're gonna get down to business.
Miles west of the Colorado State Capitol building, as we come to you from Sports Authority Field at Mile High here in downtown.
And this is how to use Paxton Lynch, Bronco organization.
And you combine a big leg
Trevor Siemian. I like Trevor Siemian. I like Trevor Siemian. Don't get me wrong. I like Trevor Siemian. And I think he's a good young quarterback as well. But if I'm picking the two, you know, Paxton Lynch or Trevor, I'm going to go with Paxton Lynch because he was my first pick. He was my draft pick. Who I watched tape on in college. So I'm going to go with Paxton Lynch. But I think Trevor Siemian is a pretty good quarterback who can be a starter, and I really believe he can be a starter.
Looks like the defense impressed here.
Is he my type of quarterback? No. He's not my type of quarterback.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Because he doesn't have that factor when I look at him and say, do I see a little John Elway in him? I don't see a little John Elway in Trevor Siemian. And I'm sorry if I'm like that, but I don't see a little John Elway in Trevor Siemian. When I look at Paxton Lynch, I see a little John Elway in Paxton Lynch. I also see a little Aaron Rodgers in Paxton Lynch.
A huge play there right off the bat. 54
So,
yards. Big run on the opening drive.
I go off the eye test off of that, and then after that, I start mashing everything else together. But everything else together, Trevor Siemian, he's been looking really good. He looks really good. But as a PR move, he wasn't the PR move.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense.
In the aspects that, as I consider myself a Bronco, as what we need. So I'm not going to move Trevor Siemian. I will trade him if I can, if I can get a 5th round or a 4th round pick. And we'll go with the confidence on how I draft. That could be wrong, judgmental, but it can also be right. Because the thing about it is, you have to do things accordingly to what your off season, which you prepare of doing your job on the off season to make up a good roster. But I would trade Trevor Siemian just because of the Tim Tebow factor. Now I was a big Tim Tebow fan as well. I really thought that he could really produce, of giving the time.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown.
But you couldn't have Peyton Manning and Tim Tebow on the same roster because how poorly Peyton Manning started decreasing through the years. Everybody would be screaming Tim Tebow, including me, to see how this guy can really develop into being that franchise quarterback. So you trade Tim Tebow to avoid that. So that's the only reason why I would trade Trevor Siemian, to avoid all that with Pat. But other than that, I would keep Trevor Siemian as a backup.
And he knocks it through. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and the end result is a Bears
right here.
touchdown.
I just gave Chicago an up with a touchdown. You'll see how my defense, cling on. But so that I just want to get this whole thing started, so you can hear me communicate to y'all. Oh, he's a monster.
This will be fielded at the 6.
He's a monster.
And not a bad return here.
That
He gets it out to the
he's a
25-yard line.
Well, Paxton Lynch is just like any other quarterback that you put out there, just like Aaron Rodgers. If you want to start off with the pass and do a whole drive on the pass, you can do that with that. But you have to do plays that's going to fit to the script. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of play action, because the defense, on the other hand, might feel that I don't have that confidence that I might run it, but I'm not running it.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Whoa! That's my fault. I should have thrown away. I should have thrown away. So Paxton Lynch, see that? He threw the ball away. I did it all together wrong right there. I need to stop doing less talking, but this is how you use pass.
Almost all the way across the field.
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies.
It's almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up. Well, the bad news, the Denver Broncos didn't make the playoffs, but the good news for Demaryius Thomas, he was over 1,000 yards again as a receiver.
6th straight year he's done that, but yards per catch and touchdowns down a little bit. Any of that due to the change at quarterback?
Think about it. For him now, in the last 2 seasons, he's had...
And that's caught inside the 35.
Almost.
A pickup there of 37.
Trying to stay in bounds on that one.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Garrett Bowles.
So a little grabbing
still
there,
struggling on the offensive line.
the offense for holding.
I believe Garrett Bowles can, he'll get it together. I believe Garrett Bowles will get it together. Because one thing I can tell by him is his will. So I look at him and say he does have the it factor because of his will. It's that, it's just something about him.
Handoff comes to Anderson.
Wow.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Lynch looking to throw on 2nd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And here are the Chicago defensive starters.
Pernell McPherson's a strong run-stuffing outside linebacker who's beginning to blossom as a pass rusher.
At all.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
That was a nice little ended John Fox down.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
He got his
Emmanuel
hand right
Sanders,
in
the
there.
intended receiver. And it's 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have
hates?
kept it on the ground.
They go play action here on 1st down.
Oh,
by Wheaton over the middle.
goodness.
Touchdown, Chicago! Marcus Wheaton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bears will add on to their lead. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the 1st quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long
Now, I
way
hope
to
the
go.
defense doesn't play
If
that
I'm on
bad.
defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down.
I'm more of an
because
offensive
one
coordinator.
guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him
coach.
spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing
For
down.
more or less just with the quarterbacks and running backs. Well, I can call it a defense, but I solely rely on the talent of the defense so much. So.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And out of bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
All right, let's go.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 10 yards still left on second down. On second down, here's Lynch. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top.
See, that's the beauty of having Paxton Lynch. You get him on the bootleg, he can read the field, and he can make his decision. Can he fit that ball in there or not while he's running, and he can say, okay, not, and still tuck it and run it, get the first down. That is the luxury of having a Paxton Lynch and how you should use him in certain instances.
First down, it's Lynch. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. On second down, Lynch.
You gotta catch that.
Complete.
You gotta catch that.
Too many in that department. Third down.
You just
It's not
catch
an easy
that.
job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have.
He getting paid too much not to catch that. And he's supposed to be a superstar. He gotta catch that. No ifs, ands, or buts, man. No more ifs, ands, or buts.
Second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun on third down, it's Lynch. Throwing left side.
There you go. That's how you do it. That's how you see the field.
Across the 45-yard line.
Never make the mistake that this
Good
line
blocking,
receivers, especially the little guys,
even enough time.
are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now Lynch on first down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll be good for a Denver first down. Sanders, the former SMU product, had 79 catches last year, over 1,000 yards.
The cornerbacks with Chicago, the starting cornerbacks, they're lazy.
Demarius plays out wide. He's one of those guys.
They start getting
you
lazy.
send him out there and let him work one-on-one. He uses big body and his big frame to get open. Emmanuel Sanders, he has the ability to work inside as well. And he's not just quick, he's also fast, and he's dependable for a quarterback because a lot of the routes he runs are right in the sight line. Easy throws for a QB.
Man, Kinsey, you went right into your quarterback. Should have blocked.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Lynch to throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Lynch now throwing on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Oh, come on. Come on, baby. You can't fumble
So
the
it
ball,
goes as a
man.
fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Oh, you know we're going for
difference in the ball game.
Fourth and inches.
They were able to retain possession.
Let me iterate that thing. 4th and inches. I'm not putting the ball 4th and inches, and I got a 6, 7 foot quarterback with these long ass arms that he can extend that ball over the freaking 4th and inches. You crazy?
It'll be a pickup of
only
only
a
a
yard,
yard, and they're
Going
able
for
to
it.
convert here on 4th and inches.
Right there. That is something that Simeon cannot do. You cannot do that with Simeon. Cannot risk it in 4th and 1 or 4th and inches with Simeon. Something you can't do. Passing Lynch, you can do. These are the certain things where I think,
And now for the offense, this is play number
you know,
11 here on this drive.
as a Bronco organization should be looking at.
This time Lynch will throw. Green's got it over the middle.
Oh.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due.
Those
Really
little
nice
things.
defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful.
Yes,
but now
pitch
he
and
can
catch.
run after it.
You know, the thing with Trevor
Thomas, the lone receiver, left.
is that, and you know, I could put this in basketball terms, but it's the same thing.
Down. Here's Lynch. Can't find
Shit.
anyone open. And down he goes. The pressure getting
Holding the ball too long.
Akeem Hicks.
But
He's the one that got to him.
the thing about with Trevor Simeon is like he has a lot of dink, but no dunk.
It's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning
And what I mean by dunk is putting it 20 and 25 yards down the field, or a long touchdown. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have that type of dunk, but he has the dink with the little short passes, the little ding, ding, ding. That's Trevor. I don't like that type of dink. Now I like a little dink, but much dunk, where you can get in the intermediate and deep passes, and you have a little bit of dink to make the defense think of stuff. Oh, good shit.
It's incomplete. Demarius Thomas, the intended receiver, and that brings up 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. Made his first.
Well, right there, I did things wrong. Instead of stepping up in the pocket, I should have sat still and threw that out route where I had it. But I was being greedy and putting Paxton Lynch in motion, where if that cornerback does catch up, and I'll take it down the field for some yards.
To be a little bit of a disappointment,
But, you know, that doesn't work all the time, but it does work majority of the time if given with a good protection. Has to have good protection. Can't do that with broken down ass protection, where the offensive line is doing subpar, mediocre work of retaining their net.
Give up a touchdown. Okay, forget the finger pointing, forget the blame. Go
Well,
back out and play the
restraining
defense
their net.
capable of and help your team out.
And probably look to the leaders as always.
As always, they're going to be the ones going to grab some people and say, all right, let's do this thing.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Offside, defense.
Alright, I'm gonna go a different direction. I'm messing up with that.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go with Howard again. And it's a and they'll set up.
That's right, Darren Stewart, baby. With that hard hit, baby. That's what I'm saying. Had to go with my other compadres for a minute. That ball back. Boom! Look at that hit. Nice. Laid him out, too. Darren Stewart. Bang.
Coming out now, the Broncos.
Pack, baby.
Last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
Damn right. You know?
I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his 3rd catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. Lynch looking to throw on second. He's got time. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. And the completion, nice throw, nice catch, but Charles, big thanks goes to the men up front.
They allowed the quarterback to throw out of the rocking chair, so to speak. Plenty of time to serve.
Lynch fighting. He fumbles. He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back.
I don't know what's up with this game, but it's just so, you know, they just make the quarterback fumble the ball every time
Loses the football.
he has the ball. You know, that's not true. That's not really realistic. Paxton Lynch is not going to really fumble that ball like that.
New life here for the offense.
Getting hit like that. We didn't see him get sacked a million times last season in those three games. He didn't fumble the ball, get sacked.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20.
That's how you use Paxton, baby. Yeah, that's how you use Paxton. But look at my gameplay. Look at my routes that I'm calling for my receivers.
What the receiver's trying to do is make the defender
with my plays, I put most of the responsibility on my receivers to make the play. They're running routes, and I just make sure that my quarterback puts it in.
From the gun on third down, it's Lynch.
You know?
Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
See that's a luxury when you have Paxton Lynch. You can scramble. You don't, you know, when you have an officer around that's blocking for you, making holes and stuff during the pass protection, it makes it so easy for the quarterback to make a read and pull. If there's nothing there to pull the ball down and make something happen. So it's very.
Now Lynch on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it.
Oh, come on.
They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Lynch.
Touchdown.
Sanders.
See, that's what you can do with a pass. See that?
Emmanuel Sanders, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point
That's what you can do with Pat.
tying up the game.
Step up in the pocket just a little bit and let his arm ring it out in that end zone. Let him ring it out in that end zone. And look at that. Sanders can catch that ball.
Whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it works very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Time on here.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
See about tying this game up.
So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So they're going to go for 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Lynch going to try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone, and those 2 points are going to tie the game. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
So this is the whole thing. You know, as you see as I'm playing with Paxton Lynch, I am doing a little dink, but I'm also doing the dunk. And that's what Paxton Lynch has. What Trevor Siemian doesn't have, he has much dink, but very limited with the dunk. You know, it's not going to get you those yards. It's not going to get you that first down that you want. It's not going to get you that touchdown. And that's what I don't like with Siemian. Now with Siemian, I'll have to do a whole different, separate game plan with Siemian, because when I'm doing with Paxton Lynch, it doesn't really work with Siemian. It doesn't really work with Siemian. With Siemian, I'll have to do more of what Tom Brady does. Dink. But see, the thing about it is that yeah, I'll have to do exactly what Tom Brady does with Trevor Siemian. There's a lot of dink, a lot of speed in these short yardage positions where I can have enough faith in the receiver to catch the ball and make yards after the catch, like Tom Brady, you know, in the Patriots organization with Bill Belichick. But with Paxton, you have you confuse defenses, because you can dink with he can dink, and you can dink with Paxton Lynch, but you can dunk. You know what I'm saying? You can really dunk with Paxton Lynch, which hurts the defense, which stretch them out on how can they play. You know, how can they play against the offense.
I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find
and that's what I've been doing. That's the reason why I was able to tie up the game. Even though those first couple drives couldn't get in the end zone, but Paxton Lynch in the offense that I showed here did enough to get a field goal. Field goal. Defense slowed things down. Got Paxton Lynch back in the rhythm. Touchdown. You know, 2-pointer. Easy call. While I'm spreading that defense out.
Glennon throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate.
But when you decide for a quarterback, you want a quarterback that can have a little bit of dink and much dunk. You don't want to have a quarterback that has much dink and no dunk. Or very low dunk, very limited dunk.
After the second down pass completion.
You don't want that. You don't want that Alex Smith type offense. You know, on a Broncos offense. Really don't want that.
So he just tossed it away.
Because especially if you want to try to combine that with the running game, the running style, it doesn't match. Dink and no dunk does not match when you're having an offensive plan to run the ball and run the ball more and more efficiently. You can't have a quarterback that can just that dinks. You need that dunk. Here goes this monster.
Taken in at the 9. Oh, he shifts past him. Great return there of 22 yards. And the Broncos take
that boy's a monster, man.
And 10. And now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And
look at that. See how I'm using Paxton? Look at that. See how I'm using him? I make sure the plays that I put in place where he's able. You know what I mean? He's able. He's able to be him. And I'm not letting what Chicago's dictating for him to do.
Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Green with a catch left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Here's Lynch to throw. And on the catch right side, this is
Good
Sanders.
shit. That's called concentration. That was good defense. That was a good defensive play. That was major concentration and focus on catching that ball. And that's what I strive for. Like for my receivers, I put a lot of responsibility on my receivers because they are the omega of the play. Now, quarterback is the alpha, of course,
On second down,
but
here's Lynch.
my receivers are the omega, so they have to
Yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
fulfill the play and complete it.
You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at it, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline.
So I put a whole lot of responsibility on my wide receivers
In the backfield is Anderson.
and make sure that they do.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down. Throwing the cover.
There you go.
He's got the hook
Good
to
shit.
Thomas. 15 yards from
And see
the
right there, it was just one-on-one, and I threw it up
One of the best routes
a little high, so
to defend because you think it's a go route.
DT can make a break on it. And I put highly responsibility on my receivers.
Some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And as a quarterback, you have to, regardless if you're a rookie,
press coverage here.
second year, or whatever, you are the alpha, and the receivers are the omega.
Now Lynch on first down. And that's complete to Sanders.
And they must complete that play. They must be intertwined to what you do and to you. So that's the chemistry.
Thomas,
So
the
you've
low
always got
receiver
to
left.
hold the wide receivers accounted for.
Throwing again here, Lynch. And incomplete
Drops
there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
And he's got his man in stride complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not doing
But these are the type of plays that's good for Paxton Lynch.
completed it very well.
Very good. It's easy, and like what you, Paxton, it's very easy on draft plays because you have to keep count of
They'll throw on first down with Lynch.
what you're doing. This right here is just. This is just ridiculous. I'm just taking advantage. I'm just using your ability and taking advantage. I didn't see much, but since you have the ability to do this,
Okay, he's not going to get the first down.
why not just do it? Why not? What the hell, why not? So I do it. But as a quarterback,
Now this will be the 9th play.
you pick a play. No, well, coach pick a play. Now the read is to the tight end. Okay? Now I'm going to look at that tight end. But I'm also looking at that linebacker. I'm also looking at that cornerback too and see what they do, if it's a zone or not. If it's not a zone, that's good defense. But see, that's what I don't want to fall victim to. So what I do is that I watch those two, but I'm always having a backup playing in ahead of time of what I'm going to look at next. Because I can say, okay, boom, right before I hike the ball, let's go. Let's see something else. Here we go. I'm gonna go with this.
Defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. So they brought in an extra defensive back here.
Thomas is the guy, right?
A good call.
Now that cornerback and the other cornerback right beside the third quarterback, and that safety doesn't appear to what I like in that read. I'm looking up for my second thing.
Now it's Lynch.
Oh, see, I put it up high. He's supposed to catch that.
So no 6 points incomplete.
See, a play like that, Paxton, that would not be on your fault. That would be DT's fault.
Break your heart. They had everything they wanted. Just
Right
unable
there.
to complete it in the end zone. A big time drop.
So now here comes
Big
the
time
team for the
drop.
third time today.
A big time
From
drop.
the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
You know what I'm saying? So those are difficult reads.
And McManus
But
able to put it through.
I was
And they
also
take a
looking at if
17-14
Thomas
lead. And Charles
couldn't
the
get
field goal.
couldn't
Took
get
him a dozen
free
plays, though.
on the slant. I was looking at the tight end to run his slant out.
That's what came into play here for
Well,
the
he's
defense.
getting stick on the out, and he's going to be very short on what I want.
In a lot of
So I threw
ways,
a
that's
high
a
up to
good
Thomas to make
defense.
a play. Thomas failed to make that play.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards
hard
into
to,
the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes
It's hard
out
to
the
break that,
25-yard
you know,
line.
describe it and break that down, but that was a correct throw, and just like how the commentators said, that was a crucial drop where which DT should have caught.
But that's exactly what they did. All right, forced
But,
them into a punt, turned it over to their offense, and guess what? Points went on the board.
Points went on the board,
But
3 of them now.
those are the
Looking for another
reasons, and
stop.
these are the things I do with Paxton, because either it's going to be completion or not, I know those are good plays. I know his arm can do it.
Go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll
Woo!
go down
Stewart
right at the 30-yard line.
Stewart
Give it
is
5 on the carry
relentless.
there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Glennon. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Let's see what beat me again.
They run with Howard. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Now Howard. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. I still remember being in school.
He sucks. Mike Golden sucks. He's wide open. Perfect route.
Good run there.
And Mike Golden could not get him the ball.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. The lone setback is Langford. He's going to get the football.
Very good.
And that play went
Shane
nowhere.
Ray, baby.
Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4.
Can't wait to get my dog back.
I'm not sure they could have had a better call there for the defense. Blitz was called, and they're setting up for a draw. When you're blitzing, you're likely to beat them to the punch because they're going to take a little extra time to set up. Talk about the offensive line. In this case, you'll get into the backfield before they can get set up.
Oh, he broke that. Jay Cutler.
Yeah, brought down, but not
Shit.
before he was able to
First
break the
down.
tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
Damn. He broke that tackle. Damn. I don't know how the hell he got up out of that. Damn.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
And the tackle's made there by one of the secondary members. And I can guarantee you, having played that spot in the huddle right now or on the field, they're urging for a little bit more support from the guys up front. I actually remember one game where I hopped over a defensive lineman to make a tackle downfield and realized he was 10 yards downfield. That's not good. That's being driven off the line of scrimmage, and you can't have that if you're going to win a game on defense. Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. That poor defensive line, they've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Let's pick this ball off, y'all. Come on, no fly.
Let's go. Green 39.
Running with Howard. And
Dang.
he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bears have retaken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking,
He
the
got a
offensive
nice long
linemen,
running back
maybe
there.
the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism.
So he, you know, that running back is definitely testing
That's why the guys in
the
the
Broncos
backfield get them
defense.
really nice
Can they stop
Christmas
the
gifts,
run?
If they're
So
smart, they
far,
do.
you can't really judge on me
It's up and good to make it
about how can we,
21-17.
stop the run. Now I got all the players in there who will start now,
That time.
just like over there in
And
Chicago, all the
culminates in a
players who will
touchdown
start
for
right
Chicago.
now. But I'm not a defensive coordinator, so that hinders my defense a little bit.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it
right
up
into
to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super tough.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45, and it'll be territory.
See, I'm using pass on
Let's
it.
talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big
Throwing
time
intermediate ends,
time pass.
intermediate
Two
outs,
combination looked pretty good.
drags. These are the things that Paxton Lynch can really excel
Offense
in.
comes to the line now.
Give him a
First and 10.
plan. You know what I'm saying? Gotta give him a plan.
Now a run with Anderson. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And
Good shit. That was my
nearly
fault.
picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free
That was
safety.
late. That was late. I should have been through that ball.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look
Quite a
defensively.
few seconds
On
ago.
third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Lynch now throwing on third. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage, you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And he couldn't
Oh, you got to catch that. Are you kidding me?
Incomplete.
Are you kidding me?
Coach John Ford used to say
That's
all
a
the
ball
time,
that you have
if you're in a
to
bad
catch.
situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie.
No.
He called me laddie, and
No.
that was the nicest thing
No.
he called me.
And this
No,
one is
that should have been a caught ball.
Way. And that'll bring him back with it.
That was a drop.
So the scoring drive
And
encompasses 9
if that was
plays.
Julio Jones right there that Pat Sanders was throwing to, that's a court ball.
Sometimes you just gotta take the
That's a
three
court
and
ball.
move on. Always better than nothing.
So there's a difference. It's a major difference.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25.
That was a catch that should have been caught. You're going to get hit. Can't control that. All you can do is control or receiving the ball, doing the job, completing the job.
Versus defensive lineman, but you know, in order
So
to
you
keep
have
the
control.
football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
About time, get up in
I don't
there.
know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
Again, it's Howard. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and run.
And the offense needs 7 out of this play on third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Glennon. And he'll just toss it away. So he and that brings up fourth down.
That's right.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
Here's Pat O'Donnell.
Yeah, you know,
on for
but see, we also count on Mike Goins' mistakes. That's what I'm counting on.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another.
Because I'm not a defensive coordinator.
And this will be taken at the 13. Nice job
I'm
on the
counting
return
on
there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Mike
So
Goins,
the
he's
Broncos
not.
coming out now.
He's
And
not a
after the
threatening
field goal
quarterback.
last time, we'll see what they
They
can
paid
do
him
here.
all that
They still
money.
got points out of the
I
last
never
drive,
paid him
Charles.
all that money.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick.
Oh.
Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it's Lynch. Throwing right, and that's complete.
Oh.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Holding. Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him through the front.
And I totally just, you know, that's another thing. Our offense is really still lagging. I totally disagree from taking Ryan Larry out of that left guard position. What the fuck are they thinking? That's where he plays. That's where he's been dominant at. You keep him there.
Second down, Lynch. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
You keep him there. You keep Ryan Larry there at left guard. Max Garcia, I don't think he's a type a starting lineman at all. I was never happy with that draft pick.
Feel like you can always bounce back after
And he's proven the reasons why I wouldn't draft him. He's not tough enough. He's not strong enough. He doesn't hold. You know, he seems that he's in tune or want to be in tune with the game, but he doesn't display on the field. I can't have him as a star. You know, let alone at my left guard position. I got me an all-star left guard as Ryan Larry. Now, what I did like was a good move that LA did was bringing Alvin Barber. I would have him playing that right guard and fulfilling that right guard position because I think that he might do a good job right there. And I will put Max Garcia right there right guard and battle with Allen Barber for that right guard position. Point blank. If you want the job, if you want the job, you got to go out there and get it. You know what I'm saying? You want the job, you got to go out and get it. I'm not going to give you the damn job, and you've been here. You've been on the offensive line playing for 2 years, and you haven't shown anything but mediocre.
Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football.
So now I'm a Max Garcia fan at all.
Fresh set of downs here.
You know, I have Garrett Bowles, Ryan Larry, Paradis, and I might fuck around and put McGovern right at the right guard, and then Watts, to be honest.
On first down,
Seriously.
And
Good
that's it
defense.
there, altered the ball flight, and it
Good
falls
defense.
incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore.
I might have fucking McGovern at right guard, but I'm not putting Ryan Larry at right guard. He's a star at the left guard. Hell no.
For your team.
Anderson. And not much running room.
It's just, just setting yourself, just setting all this up to
They'll be
fail.
looking at a 3rd and 7 coming
Just
up.
don't do that.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there.
Not to just accommodate
the entire game.
a player. It's either he can make it or he can't make it.
Yeah, you're right. It's been
And then on that offensive line,
a whole lot better there. He's got his man here. It's Green.
that's, I'm looking for the guy.
Now, here we're going to get a timeout by the offense.
Garrett Bowles, he's new. He just came in.
As we head
And so
toward
much,
halftime.
what I saw with a little bit of film that I saw
And welcome back. The offensive
Going
unit, they
in,
took the timeout.
doing
And now
his
they get set to
practices
line up
and
as
reading
we
all the
resume
reads.
action.
I like Bowles, more than Max Garcia. And that tells you a lot because Garrett Bowles, he's new, and I would never even would have drafted Garrett Bowles. But I like Garrett Bowles over Max Garcia. So that's saying a lot about the type of player with Max Garcia.
First down, being chased out left. And
You
brought
may have.
down, but not before they get it inside
With a
the
quarterback
10.
like that, you
It's
can
a
do
good
shit
deal.
like that.
Sets him up first
You can
and
do
goal.
shit like that.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm.
Boom.
They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Exactly. You can do shit like that.
Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Second down following the incompletion. Lynch here off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
That's right. Bring it back. He said, they said defense. Oh. That's my mistake. And Paxton don't make that mistake. I typically would not do that.
23-yard line. So we've reached halftime today.
I don't know. I just got cocky
Take a minute to catch our breath.
on that.
And never mind, Larry. These two teams apparently anxious to get back at it. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. On second down, Anderson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves his sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll get 16 yards there, and it'll be first down in Denver.
And coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football to control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets.
This is caught inside the 15.
There we go.
It's a big play there for
There
the
we go.
Broncos.
Got that one-on-one out there.
And at this
And
stage
then
in the
did his
second
job.
half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet
that's
trying
what
to
I've
figure
been
out which
looking for.
play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to
That's
get the
how I read
ball
it.
to the playmaker that you just described.
We also look at their safeties too. When I'm throwing those intermediate passes and deep passes, I'm always looking at what the safeties are doing in the zone, or if they want to go in and try to play man.
Throwing here, Lynch on first down.
See?
Forced out to his left. Lynch
Oh, get the fuck out of here. He's not fumbling the ball.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
They really... That's bullshit. That is like a major glitch in the game. Because every quarterback you do that with, they always fumble unless they get hit. And that's not true.
And not great starting field position here
That's
for the
not
offense.
And that's not true with pass movement.
They go play action here on first down. Finding time. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down.
They weren't able to complete
Might get
that
that
attempt,
thing
and that was a
picked.
heck of an attempt there from the shadow of their own goal line. But that tells you how much confidence they have in their offensive line. Go ahead, dial one up. Know that they can protect the quarterback and let him fling one downfield. They didn't get it there, but they sent a message for the rest of the game.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
They do you dirty on this man. There's no way he's fumbling the ball right there.
This is another one that keeps him moving forward.
Every time he carries the ball, come on.
And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9.
Certain things you gotta make sure it's realistic. You know what? I think that's one of the glitches on that. Besides that, everything is pretty much realistic. But it's just with the fumbles with the quarterback. With every quarterback. You know, with every quarterback. You know, they fumble the ball every time.
Courage and play calling that maybe we don't give enough credit.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. He had one man defeated. He takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down. And this offense is going to be set up with a 1st and 10 inside the 15.
Kenzie, baby. Kenzie.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about they making them fumble and things, you know.
On 2nd down, here's Lynch. Escaping the
touchdown.
Broncos.
Paxton. What? Say it again. Paxton. That's what you can do with the boy, man.
But it turned into an exceptional.
Exactly. Everybody stayed back and played that zone. Offense did a beautiful pass block, and everybody played that zone. With a quarterback like Paxton, he can take advantage and run it in the end zone 7-8 yards. In the end zone.
And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
And that's what I did. Okay, y'all want to play that coverage zone back, and my offense did a beautiful job blocking. Okay, you use those attributes.
Lynch going to try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
I got so confused.
Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed, near the goal line, on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Nice move. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When you got a big guy like that in your backfield who runs as a big man and breaks tackles, it is paramount for a defense to have extra defenders in his vicinity at all times. Because you got to figure he's going to break through the first guy. You're going to need tacklers 2, 3, 4 in order to get him down. Because if you don't, he can continue to run and run it really, really well.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Pick it.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, three that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all three could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. If they get the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. They go counter with Howard. And he'll take this one for
Good
about
tackle,
4 to the
Stewart.
40. Darian Stewart there to bring him down.
Good tackle.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime.
Darren Stewart been hitting hard all game. Like, he put him on his ass twice.
So third and medium here,
With a big boy hit.
35.
Twice.
First touch of the game here for Billy Cunningham. And he'll push this.
That's right, TJ.
42-yard line. Just a 2-yard
Try to punt that ball, man, baby. Man, we got the best safeties, man. Like, I can't believe the talk I hear about with TJ Ward and you know, and his contract is coming to an end. The best PR move is you re-sign him for an extension. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to lose chemistry in that backfield at all. I don't think Simon or what's his name, Parker or Parker.
30-yard punt that time, no return.
Will Parker, I don't think he's ready. You know, I think that he should be behind Ward another 3 more years or 2 more years, really 3 more years.
And which team has
You
the
know,
advantage? Let's just go back. Last time on
you know,
offense, they rolled downfield.
Parker doesn't strike me to be your star safety.
Get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself,
You know, Parker strikes me as your retired cornerback moved into the safety position that has the speed, range, and all that thing. Like, that's what Will Parks, I believe that's his name, remind me of. So with TJ Ward, it's a no-brainer. Good playoff move is you give Ward, TJ
First down. Here's the run with Anderson.
that extension, because you need that. You need that backfield to stay together like that, because it's been so successful. And I can see, you know, and that will extend for another 3 more years or more of successfulness, you know.
3 yards to go here on second down.
So I do believe.
Lynch looking to throw on second. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
That's right. But see, the thing about it is I'm putting Paxton Lynch in a great position where the offensive plays are called benefits his style of play, his style of throw. Paxton Lynch can throw those outs, those deep outs or those intermediate outs. Paxton Lynch can throw those deep and intermediate in routes as well, plus drag routes. So I keep that consistent with Paxton Lynch with throwing the ball.
They run. Anderson. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21.
I think that
2
really,
yards on
really
the carry
consistent.
there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive
So,
side.
you know, I can pick this play
And that
right?
changes the playbook a little bit.
I can pick this play. With these routes with the wide receivers are padded, I have, well, this is basically what Pastor Lynch can really throw. So I'll just pick what was open.
Green with a catch left side.
I'll pick what's open. You know, I'll pick what's open. That wide receiver does not have anything in front of him. I can throw that ball in front of him and let him make the play and run after the catch for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
The comeback route. Sanders run the comeback route.
They'll throw on first down with Lynch. And it is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think
that right there,
as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw
that was my mistake. Eyeing down Sanders. So typically I don't eye down a receiver. I go off the first read and I move my eyes. But I'm really looking at the coverage. So what fits it. I'm looking at that coverage. Whatever that coverage is dictating on the route that I can throw, I'm going to throw it. So if that coverage is playing that cover 3 like that defense did, well, if that inside slot is open, it's going to be open, so I'm going to throw it. Damn, 2 short motherfuckers on this one, right?
3rd and 2, now Lynch. And this is going to be
2 short motherfuckers. They put 2 short motherfuckers on the outside.
Frustrated here to not complete that on
and that was not good.
Long drive going.
Hey, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the
I
drive.
needed DT or Jordan Teller there on those outside.
Have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Thomas, the low. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout.
Going for it. Well, in a real game, in a regular gameplay, you don't go for it.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
I'm going for it here.
Here we go now.
They'll try and throw for it with Lynch. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Emmanuel Sanders, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Oh, shit, I'm hitting the button, throw the ball. Why didn't you throw the fucking ball?
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting
no, we had the damn
defensively. They were ready.
Running back right there, and I was pressing the button.
And you combine a big leg with a
This
mile
is the shit
high
that Madden does.
This will sail out of the end zone for a
Cheapy shit.
Now Chicago
First Madden had my quarterback fumble 4 to 3 times straight. Now I press the button. The quarterback, come on, doesn't throw the ball, and Pat Lynch does have a good release.
They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists.
Cheating shit.
That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
On the handoff. This is Howard. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And after the play on the ground, that
I'm
brings up
hoping
2nd down here.
Madden 2018 is a little bit better than this.
Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And they hit Jordan loose. It's incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it's 3rd and short. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in. And when you're going...
All right. I'm sorry to cut it short. Now, I'm going to let the defense do what the defense does. I'm going to strictly only play offense now. I'm going to let that go by. So I'm back on, because this whole thing is only about how you use Paxton Lynch. So far you've been seeing how steadily I've been playing with Paxton Lynch, even though there was some adversity, but you still see how.
Action here on 1st down.
Oh,
incomplete.
Fuck.
A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted.
Fuck.
Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Fuck.
You mind if we go off topic for a second?
No, let's go.
I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there.
Yeah.
Maybe they'd have
There
an
you go.
off-season that's calm, and they go into
There
the
you
season
go.
and try and get back to the playoffs.
That was the same play. I was looking to do it again, because I know
Didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall.
this is where
Maybe they get
Paxton Lynch
solidified there
was
and
selling.
ride that strong defense right back
I got a
into it.
running back that averaged 5 yards a carry, or close to 5 yards a carry. That's what makes it all possible. See? That's what makes it all possible, see? Touchdown, bam, and now hand to C.J. Anderson. You see what it does? You see how I do? This is how you get the breakthrough.
Yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide
Now
receivers
before
have to
that,
get downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the
you
ball.
know what I'm saying?
Oh, without a doubt, you need that difference maker.
Before that, just to go back, okay. So far, your boy's doing all right. How I'm doing? Now he got over 400 yards passing already. Now I gave him the ball, throw it like 49 times. He's probably gonna throw it more than that. Because it was 20. Well, he scored 28. Down to okay. Well, I probably throw. Paxton might throw his 3rd quarter. I might have Paxton throw the ball 10 to 11 more times. That's a lot of throws, but I might. And then with the running game, he still doesn't have over 100 yards, and he got that one big run that was 20 plus yards, which was 30 yards. Okay, but before that, he was averaging like 4.7, 5 yards a carry. Just hopefully that you understand what I'm saying on how I mix it up with my offense.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Lynch to throw. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it.
I could take, you know what? I already showed enough with Paxton Lynch. I got damn near a 20-point lead with Paxton Lynch. It might not look pretty, the whole good route, but the plays that I put in front of him made him, fueled him to succeed. You know what I'm saying? So the plays I picked was particular route runs that the wide receiver does where I feel totally confident with passing throw. You know, so if the read 1 is not open, read 2 is another throw that he makes very well. You know, so I coordinate. You know what I'm saying? I coordinate.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the
coordinate because I know if I coordinate, I get a lead like this. I'll win games like this, 40-21. If I coordinate with passing in a receiver route, because with passing, you know, those intermediate outs and ins, he can throw. Post route, he can throw. You know what I'm saying? He can throw. He can throw it down deep.
It's a gain of about 3. It's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
So
let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball
and,
really well.
And you can throw a little dink and dunk, but it has to be the play has to be tailored where it is strictly a dink and dunk, for where he can choose to be with who's the player's open. You know, which player is open. So you can't just have a dink and, you know.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down right at the line.
So if, you know, with four wide receivers spread, you have one receiver running straight out for the dunk, and you have 3 of them that's for the dink. So he has to find his first read to the tight end. If he's not open, dictated by the linebacker and the coverage of the third cornerback or safety or whatever, or however they do with their defense, then it will be the next open dink guy. So I make the reads very simple for Paxton.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him as it is. It'll go as
I damn it got out of that shit
too. The offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Good confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep your hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here we go on 4th down with Lynch. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
Then they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chain.
He's 200 yards rushing.
Anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs. Well, partner, the hit sure looks like a simple route, but I think the issue with it is a lot of time when you're making that...
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Sorry for that. I had to let the defense do the defense.
Turned it over, gave him great field position, turned him 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up.
See, this is what you can do as an offense still too. You know, how I went with the passing swing enables me to want to run the ball and keep it pounding. Now I can just run the ball as what I want. I can interchange my running backs, give CJ a breather, put Jamal Charles, and here we're still in the third quarter. At the end, I got the whole fourth quarter to do this.
So it'll be first down here after the
but
run.
Using Paxton Lynch in this way, it helps a lot. I mean, you know, on the offense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Touchdown. Paxton Lynch. Boom. And see, that's what it opens up. When you start running up, you know, this is the reason why you have Paxton Lynch. Because the dunk is vicious. Getting that paint and you dunk.
And your first
boom.
thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time that maybe
Bang.
they're seeking some
Look at
revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about...
Drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense. And they exploited
run the offense.
Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
Everybody benefits from it.
Just that.
If I can benefit Paxton Lynch, and I can benefit the receivers by putting the responsibility on them, because they are the omega of these plays.
Picking up the first on the ground.
So many things can happen for your offense.
They'll keep it on the ground, this time with Charles. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
So many things can happen for your offense.
Fourth quarter,
I'm sorry for the last video. I don't know what happened. I think they, I don't know, didn't show.
Anderson loses the
Shit.
football. And they get the
Fumble.
football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Stripped.
Often on fumbles, you look at the guy
Well,
who popped it up and said,
I'm sorry for the last one. You couldn't really see on when I was up there dictating and showing y'all about with Paxton Lynch that you need to put him in bootlegs and play actions in the red zone, where he's very valuable at scoring touchdowns.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And they had the fumble last time.
Sorry that y'all missed. Damn, what the hell?
We'll see what they do
What
here.
the hell? What's wrong with that blocking right there?
Put that in capital.
No.
Turning it over. The other team takes it down.
The blockers run into each other.
For a football team.
Come on.
Now it's up to the
Come on.
offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now Lynch to throw. Looking deep for Demarius. And he knocks
Good
the ball
defense.
away, and it falls incomplete. Demarius Thomas, the intended
Wow.
receiver.
Okay.
Third down here.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended
Good
receiver
defense.
there, huh?
And that was going to be
You
his
gotta get
ass again.
150 yards. Keep
That was
chucking
going
it
to be his
deep to
ass
him
again.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that
was
way.
gonna be his
But I like
ass
what you
again.
just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big
So,
chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Lynch.
Lazy behind quarterbacks.
And he finds Sanders.
Lazy behind
They
quarterbacks.
get 10 yards there and convert on third. He's played a great game.
New look, I'm breaking new milestones with
To
Pat.
throw the pass and have the reception made.
Look at
There's
that.
no doubt who the leader of their
Cool.
team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
Here's Lynch. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Hicks getting him once again. His third sack of the afternoon. On second down, here's Lynch. Dancing to his left. And he's got room. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Oh,
Holding offense.
you got him at that right guard position.
And maybe now got
He
to
should
shift up
not.
what you want to do on
Ronald
the ball.
Leary should not be at right guard.
The advantage shifts to the guys
Keep
on
him at
defense,
left
doesn't
guard.
it? Longer yardage situations. They
He
often
will
become
have
more
these
effective.
type of problems. He is a good offensive lineman. But we will have these type of problems if you
Lynch looking to throw on second. Wide open receiver complete.
right.
A big gain there after going backwards,
Look at that
and that'll
throw.
lead to a third down. Defensively, they just don't seem to
That's
have
what you
much of an
get
answer
from
for this
passing
passing
lanes.
game.
You know what I
Not
mean?
at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here.
Look at that
That type
throw.
of lead.
Look at
Clock
the
on their
throw.
side. Instead of running it,
Look
they're
at
still
the
throwing
throw.
it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Look at the read.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. Throwing. Lynch. A dump off for Charles. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the stick.
All day.
And
It's
on
like
that last
clockwork.
play there, he's over
It's like
400
clockwork.
yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss
Right.
opportunities. Usually very
These are
accurate.
things that Paxton
Balls
Lynch
get
can
to the
do
right place.
very,
Guys are
very
making
well.
yardage after the catch to help you out
Very,
that
very
way.
well.
I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. No gain on the play there. Second down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going.
And if you
But
notice,
you got to figure now, they're going to see
I got him
people
doing
step
5
to
and
the
7
line of scrimmage as
step
they try to
backs.
lead
Not
you.
only with the
On second down, Lynch. And Green with a catch left side.
not only in the shotgun position, you also got him doing 5 and 7 step drop
There's a lot of
backs.
fun watching the NFL
I
now,
very
isn't it?
seldom
Because when the big
have
play
Paxton Lynch
runs,
doing 3 step
used to be
back
when we were kids,
and that in a
we
rip.
about 3 different routes, and that was
Very
it.
seldom,
Now you can
because
run anything
so far
and
we,
catch the ball
you know,
from
so
this
far
side.
we don't have the wide receivers and the wide receiver chemistry where we can do that, like how Tom Brady does, because they build that chemistry. Tom Brady's a quarterback; he's a starting quarterback. Everybody knows Tom Brady's a starting quarterback. So it's there are differences there.
much of a hole there as he
So
gets it down to about
with Pax Lynch,
24-yard line.
I'm not having him doing this three-step back and letting him rip. No, I'm letting him have 5-step back, read first, not there, second hit, second not there, look for 3 as you run, get out. So, you know, it's a lot that I depend on Pax Lynch, on his read, but I'm also putting him in a position.
Lynch steps away to his left. And he almost had it defensively.
That's out of
Could have been
bounds.
a game changer there in this second
That's out of
half.
bounds.
Instead, it's third down.
But I'm also putting a lot
He's
of
lucky to be getting that one back.
responsibility on Pax
After what
Lynch
they've done with him all day
on
long,
the
with all
reads,
targets
on
trying
the
to go
play that
after
I
him,
call.
he's
Say
obviously
like
getting
this,
smart, and his pride
I'm
is
running a
kicking him
strong
into a
flood.
play.
I'm running a strong flood. Everything is in, and then I have one out, and then I have one dump by the running back running straight out. I'm not going to really throw the running back straight out like that, but I'm looking for the end.
On third down, it's Lynch.
Ooh.
And he'll be hit.
But that defense, that offensive line has to hold up.
But partner, anytime
Did not
someone
hold
tells
up
me
right
that
there.
fundamentals are leaving the game,
Did
I'm gonna
not
show
hold
you
up
this
right
play
there.
because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do?
Because that
Get your
middle
hands up in
was
the passing
open,
lane
but
and
needed a
embed it
little
away on
more
the third down
time
attempt.
for blocking. So that play didn't execute properly. That play really didn't execute
And with
properly.
things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep
So
the
the
offense
offensive
out
line
there.
has,
And go
has a
for
lot
it here on
of work to do.
Fourth down, here's Lynch. There's that man again, Demarius Thomas.
We
The
did it.
Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Bears will get the football back. And I am not sure And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. And Denver getting set to take the field. They had a great drive going last
I go for
time.
it because I can.
And then all of a sudden it just stalled
I mean,
out.
it's not,
So
it's,
we'll see what they can
that's
do.
nothing.
And it's always easy to
You
second
do in
guess
real
when you
life.
get it on a fourth down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had
I
going
do it
on
because I
offense.
can. I have,
They want to
you
continue
know,
to see if they can capture that again on this drive
it's
and maybe get
47
in
to
the same position.
35.
Yeah,
You
and
know.
that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like
These are
they
the
went
reasons
for it.
why
So I
I
don't think it's a
go
deal where the
for
offense
it
doesn't have
because
confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything,
I know
they
my
may have
defense
gained
will hold
more
it
confidence. Okay, they stopped us
I'm
once.
not,
That's all
you
right.
know.
Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
and I got a hellified lead.
From the gun, it's Lynch. Flushed out right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Partner, he was
Lynch
going
is
through
just
his
like
progressions.
showing
Not
out
there,
right here.
not there. After
Man,
about the third
I'm
one, he
telling
decided
you,
better
the way
put it down
how
and run
this
for
is
it.
how
And
you're
he
supposed to
slides
play with
down
it.
and avoids the
This
hit
is
for
how
good
the reads
measure.
are supposed to be.
And this will
This is
probably
how
be
it's
the
supposed to
last
be.
play they can squeeze in here before the 2-minute warning.
Defense always has to be careful in this
This
situation.
right here is
A lot of teams
nothing
like to
but
take a shot.
safety reads because
Time for a break.
when I have to play like
This
that,
one off after this.
the intermediate to deep, that's all about what the safety's going to do. Because I'm already confident, say, okay, if I get a man-to-man matchup
So
with
it's Bronco
DT,
football as we get you reset here.
I'm going
They
to
have just about
throw
put
it
this one
there
on ice as they've
in
got it
his
here, first and
catchable
10.
range,
So
to make
here we
the
go,
play.
first and 10 now.
So, or Emmanuel Sanders. So right here, my focus is on the safeties. Because if the safeties do what it dictates.
First down with Lynch. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will
Touchdown.
be caught. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively.
Good shit.
It's
Good
just the
catch
first. They've got two more to use
by
here in
E.
the final stages. So a
Because
defensive
right there,
timeout, chance to
and the reason, I'm going to show you. Right here, this whole thing is an intermediate to deep pass. Okay? I'm reading the safeties. Okay? So you got one there. You got the other one right here. Focus on my tight end. Which I want him to do. He's gonna stick the flat. Okay? He's sticking the flat. Look at E. And with these lazy ass cornerbacks, you know I'm a test. You know, Prince, he's lazy. You know. Put in there for a catchable ball. It's pretty high. It's pretty high. E got the skills to go get the ball. He's the Omega, like DT. You know, so to complete the play. So boom. So that was good. Good connection. That's like internet. Good internet connection. Touchdown. But the whole script is this. My whole offensive play right here is nothing but intermediate and deep. This is the only play. This is the only route that I have flat. Everything else is intermediate, which is this right here is the post route. What I like to go to as well. And then the deep. He was on top of him one deep, so I didn't look. I looked at it and I swagger off. But yeah. So in the start of this. When I got the ball, boom, got the ball. All right. I see both cornerbacks on top of each wide receiver. Okay? I'm looking at him for the post. But I see the linebacker here. But I'm also seeing him looking like he's going to run to the flat. But I catch him and see pull up a little bit. So when he pulled, he runs to the flat. When he pulled up right there, I just take a little movement. So it changed my thought. Now I got good blocking here. Okay? So he pulled up there. This right here is my tight end who's running the flat, who took one of the safeties. So when I'm looking at what my whole game plan is throwing the intermediate and the deep ball, my focus is on the safety. So I got one safety playing man to my tight end. And my tight end's on the flat. So once I see that, I'm putting up man-to-man with E. And I'm hoping that he does his job and make the play. And don't make me look bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole thing. It's like, I'm hoping that he ain't gonna make me look bad. Because I threw it right to him for the perfect matchup. Okay. So that's my thought pattern with this as the intermediate and deep pass. Even though I have one, it's always going to be one receiver that runs a flat or short run, but and that dictates a lot of things too, because if everybody got deep and the safety is not playing man to the flat on my tight end and is doing double coverage, this ball would definitely go right to my tight end. If this safety right here didn't decide to play man to man. You know? Feels a difference, so I'm looking at things different.
And get set as we resume action. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Lynch is going to throw it, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, he scored on the ground and through the air, and the Broncos will add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
So right there was the easy read. The read was, and I'm going to replay. I'm going to replay that one. I'm going to replay that one because the read was easy, and I make it very easy because I'm only looking to get that get in the end zone. Emmanuel says he's running the slant. So he's going to run the slant right into that linebacker, right? Now, if that linebacker is not playing that zone, you know what I'm saying, then I'm going to throw it right to E, dictating what that linebacker is going to do. But with him, you know, he's going to blitz me, or he's going to play my man, or I'm going to have double coverage with him and him onto my running back that's going to run out. That didn't happen. Okay? So he played the zone, gets my wide receiver on slant, which I'm looking for. I have a lot of belief in my wide receiver to create separation from this cornerback. Okay? So I'm looking at him on my slant. By him playing the cover, by him playing zone, enables me to throw it right on small flat, where I can get that touchdown, you know, or extra 2. Not only with that, I have this. Now, depending on what these linebackers, with him and him do, dictates on where should I throw it with McKenzie and Green. So when you hike the ball off, I want to see what I can do. Okay? Now, I got a lot of white jerseys there. A lot of white jerseys there. It's not going to be pretty if I throw it there. Okay? It's not going to be pretty. But everything that I have for Paxton Lynch, when I'm dinking, I'm making sure everybody is dinking. You know what I'm saying? Everybody is dinking. He's the only one's donk. You know, if I wasn't on the 3-yard line and I was at the 20-yard line, he's the only one that's donking because he's running straight out. You know, he's running straight out, and all he can do is run to the back of the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm doing the dink, is I'm making sure all the receivers are doing the dink, where it's easy for Paxton Lynch to get the read on finding the appropriate open receiver.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point.
So I do things differently when it comes with Paxton Lynch, because he's not so much dink. He's a lot of dunk. Yeah, bang one. He's like a Vince Carr. Yeah, bang one. But he, you know, he can dink on you. He can dink on you, but you have to set up a play where it's able for an easy read for him to think. And that's what I'm saying. And that was a prime example of that play that shows how how you're supposed to cooperate on the field with Paxton Lynch.
The Broncos defense getting ready to go. They haven't had their A game, but I guess because of their offense, they haven't really needed their A game, Charles.
No, they have not. They've done what they've had to do today, which is protect.
And that's the reason why I got this big lead.
But it hasn't been the best day in terms of stuffing people and really shutting down an offense.
And that's the reason why I got this big lead. I do things according to what Paxton Lynch strings are.
And they've been going ever since.
Now Glennon, and seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm, incomplete. Now it's third down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all
chase. My motto on every passing play is alpha to omega. My quarterback, Paxton Lynch, alpha. My wide receiver's omega. Alpha gets them there to make the play. But it's up to the receiver, where I put a whole lot of responsibility onto, is the omega to complete the play, to finish it, to end it. So that is my motto. And like with Paxton Lynch, like if I was,
here's Pat O'Donnell now. He's been terrific so
far. If I could like get hired with the Broncos, being just being a quarterback coach.
Take it in at the 11.
I'll be tremendous.
Return that time.
With talent,
and the offense will take over
like what Paxton Lynch had.
The Bears defense gearing up as they take the field.
I just think that
they probably want to forget. Maybe
that's the only type of quarterback I can really work with.
To watch this one away.
With those types of attributes.
The 24-hour rule, win or lose, right? That you're supposed to have
24 hours coming, and he's taken down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Or offensive coordinator. Man, Paxton Lynch, if I was his coach and his coordinator,
had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So the defense has put them in a tough spot.
Paxton's going to be a freaking Hall of Famer. Freaking Hall of Famer. This freaking nasty Myers with his attributes and his ability.
And some space here. He'll get 2
yards his
back,
ability,
but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13.
He be shitting on everybody.
NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense.
I'll give you an example right here.
As the game goes along, you control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there.
They got the wrong running back in here.
Lynch here off the bootleg.
Ooh, he's supposed to catch that.
Picked off by the linebacker.
He was supposed to catch that.
He's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game instead of being able to shut the door.
Right there. I mean, he's supposed to catch. That's DT too. I mean, how, you know?
We're really happy about those
come
picks.
on.
Any fantasy team that has this defense.
That's DT too, man. Like this, and that's the reason why I hold highly responsibility to these receivers. Because the thing about it is, you're paid to catch the ball. You're paid to create separation and make a play. You're paid to catch that fucking ball, regardless of what is the adversity. I'm not trying to hear what's the adversity. You're paid to catch that ball. Now, that was a perfect throw. He was open enough. The ball placement was perfect. ball, spin around. That ball right there, that ball is pretty high. It's up in the air. That ball is pretty high. So to make a play, there's no one in the now that ball. If he doesn't make the play, that ball's high enough where the safeties are not able to catch the ball because the safeties are playing it out. But right here, you know, you pay this receiver $100 million a contract, and he's supposed to be a star receiver like a Julio Jones and Antonio Brown, or even AJ Green, you know, and you're not making the play. This is horrible. You know, this shouldn't happen. See, that shouldn't happen. Where, you know, where the ball goes, that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down
That's
big
all
here
I'm
late.
saying.
I don't know.
And that's why I hold
one
the
last
receivers very much responsible.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something."
Because they can turn a good play into a bad play.
A little bit better as they continue to move
All
forward.
together.
They just want to put this one behind them.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle.
So,
luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
When I evaluate players, evaluate situations, evaluate each throw, as I do, I do evaluate each throw. Depending on ball placement and the responsibility of the wide receiver at the end of the contact of the pass play, and where he's supposed to catch the ball at and what he's supposed to do.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here.
Very in depth with that.
Defensively. To the side.
I'm very in
Nice
depth with
catch
that.
there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it.
Pick.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Cameron Meredith high in the air to bring it in.
Good
And the
shit.
Bears turn that interception into a touchdown.
That was a good play.
And yeah, that touchdown.
So that's a good play. His wide receiver made sure
It's
that
just
they
something
finished
maybe
that
Clemson
play.
could look at on
Now that
film,
was
but
great tight
this one's over,
defense
let's
by
be
Darren
honest.
Stewart.
I agree with you totally on
You
that.
couldn't ask for anything better than that, and that was good
And the
defense.
end result is a Bears
No knock on
touchdown.
him, but that was a good play.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are able to recover, and that should just about wrap this one up. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
Well, I'm hoping that everybody in Broncos country enjoyed this game, enjoyed this video. understand, and I'm hoping that everybody understand what I was talking about with my play selection.
Right now, he always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will.
Now hang on here. Timeout called
In the
by
routes
defense.
that for Paxton Lynch to throw.
Timeout, so as they talk things
So
over, we'll step aside.
I'm hoping that everybody appreciate this. I'm hoping that Broncos organization is looking at
So
the
the
simulation
timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for defense.
and thinking about what I said, right, what I'm saying here.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Now right here, I have a deep out post. I have a zig and then out route. Then I have a zig and a slant, deep slant. And then I got a flat that's like 8 yards, 9 yards down the field.
Oh, Lynch gonna throw. And he fends him off. And down he goes.
See, the play like that. See, this is what scares me because of the offensive line. That right there is where the blocking shit came in. You know, I just hiked the ball off.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming out.
And you have to wait for the wide receivers to finish their route, or damn near finish the route.
Now Paxton Lynch on 3rd and long. He's got time in the pocket. He'll let this thing go for Sanders.
He dropped it.
And incomplete. The contact.
He dropped it. That was 1st down.
Brings up 4th down.
1st down. Perfect play.
Every play caller sheet.
And I ran that play again because it was a good play for Paxton Lynch and good route.
Plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial
But
them
the
up.
responsibility holds on those damn wide receivers.
That's gonna hurt.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to
Alpha
go
to
for
Omega.
Thomas, the lone receiver.
You
left.
want some dink, but you want a lot of dunk. Plus with running game.
Broncos go for it. Lynch. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he
1st
works
down.
it to the 30-yard. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
1st down. What? Oh, they cheated me. He was clearly over the 1st down, man. Clearly.
And this will likely be the last play and wrap things up.
Cheating.
3
That was a
receivers
cheat.
to the left, 1 to the right. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped
We
lead
win
them to
24
victory.
to
The
42.
defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
All right, let's go to the stats. Paxton Lynch have a quarterback rating of 99.5, which is a good quarterback rate. I did have him throw the ball 68 times, but out of 68 times of throwing that ball, he completed 66% of the passes. That's damn good, throwing that ball that many times, And he threw for over 600 yards, achieving 611 yards. 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Now, one of the interceptions, I believe there should never been an interception on the fault to the wide receiver. Demaryius Thomas need to conceal and hold the ball when catching the ball. Regardless of hit, you're getting paid for that. You're getting paid for that. Okay? Rushing. We couldn't hold up on a rush. So I think we need to tighten up on defense. And my defensive play call is not that good, and I'm not a defensive coordinator. But yet, by me not being a defensive coordinator, by the offense of putting Paxton Lynch in the best appropriate position to win and plays for them to succeed, my offense thrive, and I'm scoring 54 points. You know, and I could have scored more. And I had an average for C.J. Anderson with that with 22 carries, and he's over 100 yards, 127 yards rushing. You know, averaging 5.7 yards a carry. So the offensive line did some good things when it came to run block. When it came to that, but also to amount for that, Paxton Lynch, which this whole simulation is about. 11 scrambles. I have Paxton Lynch 11 scrambles, and he has 72 yards off of 11 scrambles. 1 touchdown. Okay? That's a big deal. When you start looking at his passing yards, of throwing for 611 yards. Now, I gave him the ball to throw the ball 68 times. But my focus was on the pass game. It was pass game happy throughout the throughout the entire game. I wasn't wasting any time putting in plays, calling in plays, and letting Paxton do what he did. Which he put up 4 touchdowns on the pass, and he put up 1 touchdown on a run. That is what you have with Paxton. And if you're confused of what I'm talking about, just continue to just watch the simulation and see how I do things and how I did with Paxton, because it's important, because that's how you should be functioning with Paxton, where it broadens him, him and with his reads, and it broadens him in his play, in his play ability. With all this that I'm doing is to what his attributes that he has to do, that he has. And this is how you make him succeed, man. I mean, can't really put in better words than that. But if you're confused, just keep on watching the simulation over and over again. You can see how I use passing this. Now, a couple times I stepped in the pocket, or I shouldn't step in the pocket, Lynch, and he suffered from it, being greedy. So that's some things you have to, take away from. But on the whole of everything, it's the way to win. You have a winner there.